What if I told you trading A.J. Brown might actually be what the Eagles need right now? As speculation swirls around Jalen Hurts and his future on this team, legendary quarterback Troy Aikman has made some pretty bold statements that raise eyebrows. We'll dive into why the pressure is mounting on the Birds to make a move. Buckle up, because this isn't just another offseason story. It's about the future of our franchise. During a recent segment on ESPN's Get Up, Hall of Fame quarterback Troy Aikman made some compelling remarks about Jalen Hurts that are making waves in the Eagles fan base. He emphasized that he believes Hurts has the potential to thrive under the offensive guidance of Sean Mannion. Coming off the Birds' tough wildcard playoff loss to the San Francisco 49ers, Mannion now holds the position of offensive coordinator, replacing the previous coaching staff. This transition brings a mix of hope and skepticism. Multiple reports have indicated that Jalen Hurts was a source of significant frustration within the organization throughout the last season. When the internal dynamics of a team are mixed, it's tough for players to find their rhythm. So, can a fresh approach from Mannion really lead to a turnaround for Hurts? Troy seems to think so, but the reality is that Hurts needs to shake off the doubts that have plagued him. Honestly, switching offensive coordinators isn't just about changing play calls. It's about reinventing the mindset of a quarterback. If Hurts can adapt quickly to Mannion's system, it might just give him a new lease on his career. Yet, the clock is ticking. The Eagles can't afford to continue down a path where they second-guess their starting quarterback's play and leadership. Keeping in mind the overall atmosphere around the team, Aikman's encouraging words might just be the encouragement Hurts needs right now. The stakes are high, and Aikman believes that with the right schemes, Hurts could finally unlock his true potential. With the pressure mounting for a return to form, fans are hoping to see a rejuvenated Hurts in the upcoming season. As we observe this critical period, the Eagles' management must weigh their options. In a league where performance directly correlates with job security, it's crucial that they position themselves to support their quarterback, but they also need to consider all avenues, including trades that might shake up the roster. For now, the focus remains on how Jalen can elevate his game under Mannion's tutelage, and if this team can keep its championship dreams alive. With A.J. Brown's name swirling in trade talks, it's evident that the Eagles are looking to make some significant moves. Troy Aikman recently stepped into the spotlight, expressing his belief in Jalen Hurts' potential during a segment on ESPN. "I believe Jalen can do anything that he's asked to do," he stated, which could be just the boost Hurts needs as he navigates the pressure of the upcoming season. Fans remember the recent tumult around Hurts, particularly after reports surfaced claiming he was the source of much internal frustration for some within the organization. Such sentiments can shake a player's confidence and, frankly, the entire locker room vibe. The backdrop of this drama is critical for understanding where the Eagles are headed. Coming off a disappointing playoff exit to the San Francisco 49ers, the Birds are in a position where they need to regroup. With Sean Mannion stepping in as the new offensive coordinator after the coaching shakeup, there's a sense of uncertainty and opportunity. Hurts has the talent to elevate this team's play, especially given the hefty 5-year contract extension worth up to $255 million that he signed in the spring of 2023. That's a big investment, and it indicates the faith the organization has in him despite the recent struggles. Just a reminder, Hurts was even named Most Valuable Player for Super Bowl LIX after leading the Eagles to a victory over the Kansas City Chiefs in February 2025. That kind of success is what fans want to see again, players growing and thriving under the right guidance. Aikman's confidence in Hurts could be a sign that the Eagles' leadership sees the same potential that their quarterback flashed in that Super Bowl run. So, as the offseason plays out, the question looms larger. Will this fresh start with Mannion provide the spark Hurts needs to silence all the doubts? It's a critical juncture for the Birds, not just in terms of performance, but also in how the front office might view the need for additional weapons, like A.J. Brown, to bolster Hurts' chances. With everything still up in the air, the focus is squarely on this evolving narrative and how it will shape the Eagles' quest for another Lombardi. The news is rippling through the Eagles community. Troy Aikman's endorsement of Jalen Hurts comes with the responsibility of potential. But let's be real, after last season's tribulations, the pressure on Hurts is palpable. With the Birds needing to bounce back from that playoff loss, the shakeup in coaching staff adds another layer. Mannion has the opportunity to be a game changer, but Hurts needs to prove he's the man for the job. We can't ignore the whispers surrounding A.J. Brown either. Speculation around his trade value inches closer to reality. If the Eagles decide to move on, adding more talent around Hurts could transform the squad into a powerhouse. A game changer like Brown could make all the difference. This offseason isn't just about maintaining the status quo, it's about asserting dominance in the division. The urgency is clear, and the Birds need to fly high this coming season. It'll be fascinating to see how they navigate these waters. From my view, this shifts how we should read the Browns' short-term plan. Troy Aikman's comments have ignited a wave of reactions among Eagles fans, and it's clear the pressure is mounting in the locker room. There's a palpable tension as players jostle for position, with Hurts under a spotlight like never before. Meanwhile, if A.J. Brown's name is in trade talks, that could really rattle the dynamics on and off the field. The front office faces a strategic crossroads. Do they double down on Hurts with more weapons, or do they pivot entirely? The stakes are high, and just one misstep could set this franchise back. Personally, I believe keeping Brown could unleash Hurts' full potential, a vital move to reclaim our place at the top. Let's be real, this matters because it signals how the front office is prioritizing the roster right now. The Eagles fan base is buzzing, and Troy Aikman's comments have definitely amplified the conversation. There's an air of urgency looming over the locker room as the pressure swells on Hurts. The potential trade talks surrounding A.J. Brown are more than just rumors. They shift the atmosphere within the team. With players vying for their spots, any upheaval could rattle the chemistry that's so crucial for on-field success. Fans are anxious to see how these situations will impact the relationships and intensity in the locker room. The Birds can't afford distractions and need to maintain focus if they want to achieve their lofty goals. If the team decides to part ways with a star player, it could create a ripple effect, influencing morale and motivation across the board. There's no doubt Hurts needs all the support he can get to elevate his game, especially after the rocky previous season. From a strategic standpoint, the front office is at a pivotal crossroad. Choosing to bolster the team with additional talent could send a strong message about their commitment to winning now. This isn't just about the short term, it's about setting the foundation for sustained success and returning to the top tier of the league. Each decision carries weight, potentially reshaping the future of this franchise. As we continue to dissect these developments, remember, go Birds! And if you thought this analysis was just the beginning, in our next video, we'll explore exactly how the Eagles can execute their strategies moving forward.